helps with Priceline.
Every day, people are fighting type 2 diabetes with fitness, food, and the pill that starts with F. Farxiga, along with diet and exercise, helps lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes, lowering A1C by up to 1.2 points.
Do not take if allergic to Farxiga. If you experience symptoms of a serious allergic reaction such as rash, swelling, difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking and seek medical help right away. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems, are on dialysis, or have bladder cancer. Tell your doctor right away if you have blood or red color in your urine or pain while you urinate. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast infections in women and men, serious urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, and kidney problems. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have signs of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
Ask your doctor about the pill that starts with F and visit Farxiga.com for savings. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
There's breaking news up on Capitol Hill. House and Senate leaders are getting ready to reveal a more than $1 trillion spending bill that has to pass by this weekend to prevent another government shutdown. Let's go to our senior congressional correspondent, Manu Raju. Manu, where do things stand now?
Well, behind the scenes, congressional leaders are furiously working to write this bill that needs to be passed by the end of the day, 11:59 p.m. on Friday night, in order to avoid a government shutdown. This $1.3 trillion spending bill has not been seen by virtually all members of Congress. Really only a handful in the leadership are aware of the precise contents of this bill, and people are hearing different things, including President Trump, who earlier today had some concerns about what he was hearing from members of Congress, and he actually had to get a briefing, an intervention, if you will, from House Speaker Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell, trying to reassure him about what's in this proposal. And the president put out a statement along with Ryan and McConnell saying that they were all on board with this plan. But not everyone is happy, Wolf, including Senator Rand Paul, who has the power to delay final passage past the Friday deadline to avoid a shutdown. Rand Paul forced one of the 2 government shutdowns that occurred this year because he was unhappy with that process. Now, Rand Paul tweeted this just moments ago, Wolf. He said it's a good thing we have Republican control of Congress, or the Democrats might bust the budget caps, fund Planned Parenthood and Obamacare, and sneak gun control without due process into an omnibus. Wait, what? Of course, a criticism of the current process where Republicans control Congress. He would not say when he was asked by reporters whether he would hold up final passage of the bill. But other members, Republicans, also have not seen this legislation, are expressing some frustration, including Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana, who said this. He said, hell, I don't know what's in it. I don't even know if I'll have time to read it. I've just got a 10 or 15 minute explanation over lunch. I'll probably get a memo this afternoon in Swahili. I've got to go down to K Street to find out. I know I'm new, but I'm not stupid. I'm really disgusted. Every senator has 1 vote. Every senator has to be involved. And that includes both the number 2 Republican, Senate Majority Whip John Cornyn, who told me earlier today that it's not a good process that just 4 people here in Congress are aware of what's in this bill that's going to affect everybody, affect the whole country. $1.3 trillion. And we'll see if we see it later tonight. Wolf.
Yeah, they wait till the last minute to try to get it done. All right, Manu, thank you. Coming up, Stormy Daniels keeps mentioning the president on Twitter, but the real legal threat to the president may be coming from a former contestant on his reality show.
When you have a really traumatic injury, we have a short amount of time to get our patient to the hospital with good results. We call that the golden hour.
Evaluating patients remotely is where I think we have the potential to make a difference.
We would save a lot of lives if we could bring the doctor to the patient.
Verizon is racing to build the first and most powerful 5G network that will enable things like precision robotic surgery from thousands of miles away.
As we get faster wireless connections, it'll be possible to operate on a patient in a way that was just not possible before.
When I move my hand, the robot on the other side will mimic the movement with almost no delay.
Who knew a scalpel could work thousands of miles away?
Unless you're on a boat, it's hard to get excited about fish.
Until you hear that Arby's has a new Nashville hot fish sandwich that you can pair with, another fish sandwich that isn't spicy. And getting two will only cost you $5? Now, if that doesn't get you excited about fish, then buy a boat already. Arby's, we have the meats.
Psst.
What?
I switched to Geico and got more.
More savings on car insurance?
Uh-huh. And an award-winning mobile app.
Well, that is more.
Oh, there's more. Mobile ID cards, emergency roadside service.
More technology.
I can even add a new driver.
Right from her phone!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Your brain changes as you get older, but Prevagen helps your brain with an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish. In clinical trials, Prevagen has been shown to improve short-term memory. Prevagen, the name to remember.
Hi, I'm Barry Sloan with NewTek, your business solutions company. Does your business need money? Whether you need $10,000 or $10 million, you can count on NewTek, the nation's largest non-bank government-guaranteed lender. NewTek can help your business expand and grow. With a simple phone interview, we can pre-qualify you in just 48 hours. And with rates as low as 6%, you can see why so many businesses turn to NewTek. To see how easy getting a loan can be, contact NewTek, your business solutions company, today.
Today, the new New York is ready for takeoff. We're invested in creating the world's first state-of-the-art drone testing facility in central New York and the Mohawk Valley, which marks the start of our nation's first 50-mile unmanned flight corridor and allows us to attract the world's top drone talent. All across New York State, we're building the new New York. To grow your business with us in New York State, visit esd.ny.gov.
You know their names. You don't know their whole story. A rare and intimate reveal of America's most famous family.
American Dynasties, The Kennedys, Sundays at 9 on CNN.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
What if you could lose fat in just a few hours?
I don't know what to say. I'm just in shock.
You can with Sono Bello.
It seems no matter how much you work out or diet, there are parts of your body that just don't seem to change.
I went to the gym, I worked out at home, I bought videos.
No matter what I did, that bulge was still there.
With its advanced micro-laser technology,
Sono Bello gently removes that targeted fat and shapes your body for life-changing results.
As America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, Sono Bello has performed over 100,000 personalized body and facial procedures, helping tens of thousands of people change their lives.
After 5 years trying to get rid of that roll of fat, Sono Bello did it in one day.
Call for your free no-obligation consultation today and get $250 off your Sono Bello body.
Payment plans are available.
Call 888-470-4969 or go to sonobello.com.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
We have more breaking news coming in. One of President Trump's attorneys just told CNN the president's legal team will appeal a judge's ruling on a lawsuit by a former contestant on Donald Trump's reality show. CNN's Brian Todd is here with us. Tell us more about the case, Brian.
Right. Well, this woman's name is Summer Zervos. She accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct against her, and she has just won a key victory in a defamation suit she filed against Trump for calling her a liar. We have new information tonight on the Zervos case and how it might make the Stormy Daniels case seem like just a minor annoyance. Donald Trump once fired Summer Zervos on The Apprentice.
You know what, Summer? You're fired.
Tonight, Zervos, according to legal analysts, presents more of a legal challenge to the president than even Stormy Daniels.
I think the Zervos case is the most problematic for the president.
Zervos has just defeated President Trump in New York's Supreme Court, a major ruling saying of the president, no one is above the law. The judge denied Trump's attempt to block Zervos' defamation lawsuit against Trump. Zervos, a businesswoman, accused Trump of sexually assaulting her in 2007 during meetings in New York and Beverly Hills.
He came to me and started kissing me open-mouthed as he was pulling me towards him. He then asked me to sit next to him. I complied. He then grabbed my shoulder and began kissing me again very aggressively and placed his hand on my breast.
Zervos was one of the first women to accuse Trump of misconduct in the aftermath of the Access Hollywood tape. Trump immediately went on the offensive.
Every woman lied when they came forward to hurt my campaign. Total fabrication. The events never happened, never. All of these liars will be sued after the election is over.
That's the crux of Zervos' current lawsuit against Trump, that he defamed her by calling her a liar.
Since Mr. Trump has not issued a retraction, as I requested, he has therefore left me with no alternative other than to sue him in order to vindicate my reputation.
Zervos cannot sue Trump for the actual alleged misconduct because the statute of limitations has passed for that. But legal analysts say this defamation suit could be a backdoor way to bring out the details of the alleged groping and could be very damaging to the president in a potential trial and a deposition that could be on camera.
It's going to be a long, painful deposition for the president where they're going to ask him about every single unwanted contact he had with her. And if they can prove the truth of that he did in fact touch her unwantedly, then his accusations that she was a liar fail and he suffers monetary damages for it.
And experts say Zervos' case could open the door for any of the more than a dozen other women who have accused Trump of sexual misconduct to bring their own defamation cases against him, to bring him to court where all the details of their allegations could be made public. And as we just reported moments ago, President Trump's personal attorney, Mark Kasowitz, responded to the judge's ruling in the Zervos case, telling CNN they disagree with that decision and they will appeal it. Wolf?
Brian Todd reporting. Thanks. Coming up, we have breaking news on the special counsel's Russia investigation just coming in to the Situation Room. Stay with us.
Psoriatic arthritis tries to get in my way. Watch me.
I've tried lots of things for my joint pain. Now, watch me.
Think I'd give up showing these guys how it's done? Please.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are changing the way they fight it. They're moving forward with Cosentyx. It's a different kind of targeted biologic. It's proven to help people find less joint pain and clearer skin. Don't use if you are allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting Cosentyx, you should be checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of an infection, or if you have received a vaccine or plan to. If you have inflammatory bowel disease, tell your doctor if symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
With less joint pain, watch me.
For less joint pain and clearer skin, ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
We just got married.
We're all under one roof now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many kids?
My 2, his 3.
Along with 2 dogs and Jake, our new parrot. That is quite the family.
Quite a lot of colleges to pay for, though.
A lot of colleges. Hey, you get any financial advice?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's the same plan they sold me before.
Well, your situation's totally changed now.
Right, right?
How about a plan that works for 5 kids, 2 dogs and Jake over here? That'd be great.
That would be great.
That okay with you, Jake?
Get a portfolio that works for you now and as your needs change from TD Ameritrade Investment Management.
What does it take to make digital transformation actually happen? Do you just flip a switch and presto, your business is magically transformed? Not quite. It takes a groundbreaking company like Dell Technologies, a family of 7 technology leaders working behind the scenes to make the impossible reality. For instance, we're helping to give cars the power to read your mind from anywhere. We're helping up to 40% of the nation's donated blood supply to be redirected to the areas and people that need it most. And we're even developing technology to create a whole new vision for the blind. So while you might not see what we're doing is changing the way we all see the world. Magic can't make digital transformation happen, but we can. Let's make it real.
When that hurricane hit, the entire community came together as a whole. It was such an overwhelming response to help others. No one thought that they were going to do this before it happened, and everyone just did it. I think that's the way that human nature should be looked at.
I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Oh, let nobody
March Madness is upon us, okay? You might even have to go Beethoven. Straight to Belleville DuVoe. And you better be ready for that one shining moment.
I won this 55-inch TV for less than $30 on DealDash.com.
I got all this for less than $50 on DealDash.com.
These aren't actors, they're real people who got real savings at DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. At DealDash.com, you can save up to 99%, but hurry, everything must go.
And shipping is always free.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
Money is like life. You have to decide how to get the most from it. And just like life, every decision affects every other decision. The trick is making good decisions today, so you're ready for tomorrow when it comes. So we made you some simple free tools that let you see how what you do today will affect your tomorrow. So you can make smart choices about how to spend your money and your life. Personal Capital. Get to know your money.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
Happening now, breaking news, what Mueller wants. CNN has learned which areas Special Counsel Robert Mueller wants to focus in on in an interview with President Trump. They include the Trump Tower meeting between the Russians and Donald Trump Jr. and the firing of the FBI Director James Comey. How close is the president actually sitting down with Mueller? My pal Putin. President Trump takes to Twitter, defending his congratulatory phone call to Vladimir Putin and praising Russia as a potential partner in peace. Why is Mr. Trump also taking a dig at previous presidents? Infuriating. CNN has learned that President Trump is fuming over the leak about his call to Putin, and he's said to be seeking the source of the information. But why did he ignore his national security team and congratulate Putin in the first place? And tweet Stormy. Porn star Stormy Daniels launches a tweet storm, firing back at critics, questioning her motives and insulting her career. Daniels says she never claimed to be a victim. What about the other women whose cases against President Trump are working their way through the courts? We want to welcome our viewers in the United States and around the world. I'm Wolf Blitzer. You're in the Situation Room.
This is CNN Breaking News.
We're following multiple breaking stories this hour, including new details of the topic Special Counsel Robert Mueller wants to ask President Trump about as part of the Russia investigation. Sources are now telling CNN that there are 4 areas of interest to Mueller's team. Senator Richard Blumenthal of the Judiciary Committee, he's here. He's standing by to talk about the breaking news, along with our experts and analysts. First, let's get straight to our senior White House correspondent, Pamela Brown. Pamela, tell our viewers what the new information you're now learning.
Well, Wolf, we are learning for the first time the 4 main topics that Robert Mueller's team would like to discuss with the president during a potential interview, and they revolve around the president's own actions, including the president's crafting of a statement aboard Air Force One over the summer to miscast his son's meeting at Trump Tower with Russians in June of 2016. Also, the circumstances surrounding that specific meeting in June 2016 and what the president knew about it. Did his son tell him about it before or after? As you know, the president has denied he knew anything about it until more recently. Also, the special counsel has indicated they want to talk about the firings of James Comey, the former FBI director, and Michael Flynn. A source familiar with the matter says that the special counsel wants to focus predominantly on those firings, but those other 2 topics, Wolf, is the first we're learning about the interest in terms of a potential interview with Trump and what the special counsel would like to discuss. Sources familiar with the matter say, Wolf, that the lawyers for Donald Trump have taken these topics, what has been conveyed to them verbally, and they've created a list of dozens of potential questions that could be asked of the president in a potential interview. And the legal team, Wolf, is looking to add more lawyers to its team beyond Joe diGenova, which came out this week. We're told that as they enter this new phase, they're looking to bolster the legal team. Now, these are 4 main topics that have been conveyed is what Special Counsel Robert Mueller would like to speak about, but we know his interest goes beyond that. But this is specific to a potential interview with the president. It appears, Wolf, that we are getting close to a decision on that matter. A source says a decision can come very soon within the coming weeks of whether that interview will happen, Wolf.
You know, Pamela, there's also some other breaking news from the White House. The president tweeting just a little while ago, defending his controversial call to the Russian President Vladimir Putin, congratulating him on his election win. What are you learning about this?
That's right, Wolf. The president on the defensive today, firing off these tweets, really going on a Twitter tirade, saying, I called President Putin of Russia to congratulate him on his election victory and passed. Obama called him also. The fake news media is crazed because they wanted me to excoriate him. They are wrong. Getting along with Russia and others is a good thing, not a bad thing. And then, Wolf, the president went on to bash past administrations and their dealings with Russia, saying they can help solve problems. They, as in Russia, can help solve problems with North Korea, Syria, Ukraine, ISIS, Iran, and even the coming arms race. Bush tried to get along but didn't have the smarts. Obama and Clinton tried but didn't have the energy or chemistry. Remember, reset, peace through strength. So the president saying there that it's good to have positive relations with Russia, that Russia can help solve some of the world's problems. This comes as we're learning, Wolf, the president has been seething about this leak to the Washington Post, that in the briefing materials given to the president before his call with Vladimir Putin, it said in bold capital letters, do not congratulate him. And as we know, Wolf, the president ignored that advice and did congratulate Vladimir Putin. The leak has rattled many people inside the White House. John Kelly, the chief of staff, has vowed to launch an investigation into who is behind this leak, specifically targeting members of the national security team who may be trying to undermine the president. Only a few people would have been aware of what was actually in the briefing materials, Wolf. And for many, this is reminiscent of what you saw early on in this administration when there were these leaks that were seen as a way to embarrass the president. Wolf?
Pamela Brown, excellent reporting. Thanks very much. Senator Blumenthal standing by. We'll get his reaction to these late-breaking developments. But first, I want to get more now on the president's defense of his call to Vladimir Putin, congratulating the Russian president on his re-election. Our senior congressional correspondent, Manu Raju, is joining us from Capitol Hill. Manu, there are Republicans now calling out the president for actually congratulating Putin.
Yeah, powerful Republicans, Wolf, perplexed at the president's handling of Vladimir Putin. They don't understand why he hasn't called out Putin. They also certainly don't agree with the decision to call Putin, congratulating him for elections that were, in their view, not free and certainly not fair. And they also don't understand why he has not explicitly called out Vladimir Putin on election meddling. Tonight, Republicans on Capitol Hill sharply criticizing President Trump's phone call with Vladimir Putin.
I haven't heard anybody over in the legislative branch say they thought that was a great idea.
What do you think of it?
I don't think it's a great idea.
The White House confirmed that the two men did not discuss two serious actions that have been blamed on Russia. The nerve agent attack on a former Russian spy and his daughter on British soil, and the meddling in the 2016 U.S. election.
I think Putin's a criminal. What he did in Georgia, what he did in Ukraine, what he's done in the Baltics, what he's done in London, poisoning people with nerve gas. That's a criminal activity. I wouldn't have a conversation with a criminal.
In an interview with MSNBC, the CIA director under former President Obama, John Brennan, questioned why Trump continues to refuse to call out Putin.
The Russians may have something on him personally that they could always roll out and make his life more difficult.
Trump has strongly denied that Russia has any compromising information on him. GOP lawmakers were also alarmed that someone close to the president leaked to the Washington Post information that Trump's briefing papers carried this warning in all capital letters: do not congratulate Putin. Were you okay with the president congratulating Vladimir Putin but not calling him out on election meddling?
No, I don't like he did it, but you know what I like even less? That there's somebody close to him leaking this stuff out. If you don't like the guy, quit. But to be this duplicitous and continue to leak things out, it's dangerous.
Whoever did that ought to be fired immediately. And I think they ought to be prosecuted.
The pushback came, as senators said, not enough has been done to deter Russian meddling in this year's midterm elections.
I hear no sense of urgency to really get on top of this issue.
Not only is this of extreme urgency to the department, but as you know, we're expending not only extraordinary resources to provide any support at the request of states, but we are prioritizing election efforts.
At the same time, questions continue to mount over Cambridge Analytica, a data firm the Trump campaign used in 2016, its alleged ties to Russia, and how it accessed private data from 50 million Facebook users. One Senate Republican who hired the firm in his race said he doubts his campaign benefited from the Facebook breach.
Yeah, I had a very limited interaction with them. I doubt it. We made it very clear if there was anything that was either unethical or illegal, it was inappropriate. We don't accept it with anybody on our campaign.
Now, Cambridge Analytica has denied those Russian contacts, but congressional officials in both parties do want to hear from some of these Cambridge Analytica officials before their committees to talk to them under oath. And one person also facing growing congressional scrutiny, Wolf, is Mark Zuckerberg, the head of Facebook. Republicans and Democratic lawmakers say he needs to come to Congress, explain exactly what happened here in the breach of some 50 million people's Facebook profile, their private information. They want to hear from him under oath. Question is, will he agree? And if he does